The pig family is huge, far larger and more complex than the show wants you to believe. For 20 years, we've looked at the same family of 4, but as soon as you start digging into the roots of their ancestry, you realize that Peppa's family is much larger than you think. Today, we are opening the official pig family case file. We're tracing the lineage from the ghostly ancestors of the past to the brand new arrivals of the present. This is the full breakdown of the pig family tree. And some of these connections are going to make you rethink everything you thought you knew about Peppa's world. We have to start with the most mysterious member of the family, a pig whose name was only recently spoken for the first time, Great Aunt Evie. If you thought you knew every relative, this is the one who will change your mind. And no, we aren't talking about Peppa's new baby sister. We're talking about the original Evie. This great aunt was so significant that Mummy Pig chose to name her newest daughter after her as a tribute.
That's your great aunt.
Yet she has never appeared on screen. Why? Because by the time Peppa was born, Great Aunt Evie was already gone. She exists only in the memories of the elders, a phantom branch on the family tree that was finally acknowledged during an interview Daddy Pig gave about the new baby's birth. From the clues we've gathered, it seems Great Aunt Evie is specifically on the maternal side. Grandma Pig is her niece, and while Grandpa Pig barely seems to recall her, Grandma Pig remembers her with a clarity that suggests a deep blood connection. This is the oldest relative in the pig lineage that we have any record of. Next in the line is Grandma Pig. She is the daughter of one of Great Aunt Evie's siblings, and while we don't know the name of her parents, her personality tells a story of its own. On the surface, she's the typical sweet grandmother who loves strawberries and gardening, but her looks are deceiving. There are constant hints that Grandma Pig had an incredibly rebellious youth. She is obsessed with rock music, she's highly outgoing, and she still throws massive parties that would put most teenagers to shame. She's even passed her secrets down to Peppa, teaching her how to manufacture her own perfumes. But her most interesting trait is her collection of chickens, Sarah, Vanessa, and Jemima. She treats them like royalty, but as we'll see, not everyone in the house shares her love for these backyard residents. Grandpa Pig is the one who constantly clashes with the chickens, mostly because they treat his prize-winning vegetables like a buffet. He even goes as far as to rename them, calling them Tom, Dick, and Harry, just to annoy his wife. But Grandpa Pig isn't just a grumpy gardener. He is a man with a heavy sailing history. He is a retired sailor who rarely takes off his sailor hat, a constant reminder of the good old days when he used to sail. His rivalry with Grandpa Dog is the stuff of legend, friendly but fierce competition between two old sailors. In his younger years, Grandpa Pig was also a full-blown biker. He and Grandma Pig used to ride through the countryside in leather jackets on a motorcycle. This wasn't always a family of quiet hills and muddy puddles. It was a family of rockers and rebels. Speaking of rebels, we have to talk about the family member who was essentially a ghost for over a decade, Aunt Dottie. For years, she was nothing more than a name on a toy box, mentioned once in 2011 and then never spoken of again. Fans spent over 10 years wondering which side of the family she belonged to. Most assumed she was Daddy Pig's sister. But when she finally appeared in the Thanksgiving special, the truth was revealed. She is Mummy Pig's long-lost sister. Aunt Dottie lives in another country, and while she sends presents, she is strangely disconnected from the family. She had never met George until recently, and she didn't even tell her sister she was flying in for a visit. Is she just forgetful? Or is there a reason why she stayed away for so long? This brings us to Mummy Pig herself. Just like her mother, she presents a very specific image, the responsible stay-at-home parent. But that's a carefully curated mask. Mummy Pig is secretly the most capable person in the town. She is an author, an internet worker, and a volunteer firefighter. She is significantly smarter than Daddy Pig, often solving problems in seconds that take him hours to fail at. She is the anchor of the family, but she is also someone who clearly keeps her professional life and her internet work separate from the kids. But now we have to cross over to the dark side of the family tree, the paternal side. This is where the tree stops growing and starts to look suspicious. Let's talk about Daddy Pig's parents, or rather, the fact that they don't exist. In 20 years of television, Peppa has never met her paternal grandparents. They are never mentioned, never called, and never seen in photos. Why? It's highly likely they passed away long ago. But if they are still alive, the silence is even scarier. It would mean that Daddy Pig and his brother, Uncle Pig, have completely cut them out of their lives. In a world where family is everything, the total erasure of Daddy Pig's parents is the biggest red flag in the series. We do know that Daddy Pig has an older brother, Uncle Pig. They are almost identical, though Uncle Pig is slightly more fit and sports a dark, thick beard. He is cheerful, but there is a clear sibling rivalry between them. Uncle Pig hates being compared to his little brother, especially when it comes to their weight. He is the successful older brother, married to Auntie Pig, a woman who looks suspiciously like Mummy Pig, from her eyelashes to her easygoing, dreamy personality. They represent a parallel version of Peppa's life, living in a different house with their own set of rules. Then there is the man himself, Daddy Pig. He is one of the most powerful characters in the show, and we aren't just talking about his ability to launch his massive frame into the air like a superhero. Daddy Pig is a high-level engineer. He handles complex blueprints and construction projects that require massive intelligence. So why does he act so clumsy? Why can't he hang a simple picture on a wall? Some fans believe the clumsy dad routine is an act, a way to keep his family laughing so they don't ask too many questions about his stressful professional life. But there is one more mystery buried in Daddy Pig's office. There is a black and white photo on his desk of a young piglet next to a female pig. It's too old to be Peppa and George. It looks like a childhood photo of Daddy Pig and a sister we've never met. If Aunt Dottie is Mummy Pig's sister, then who is the female pig in Daddy Pig's photo? Is there another aunt out there who has been completely written out of the pig family history? Finally, we have to look at the new generation, the children who will carry the pig legacy forward. Starting with Chloe. Chloe appears to be around 10 years old and acts like a grown-up. She will only accept playing baby games if someone younger like George wants to play them. Then there's Peppa herself, the 4-year-old star who is a whirlwind of energy and ego. She is learning to be a leader, even if she has to argue with everyone to get there. And of course George, the 2-year-old whose entire vocabulary is centered around dinosaurs. For years, George was the baby of the family, the spoiled youngest child. But that title has officially been taken away. The arrival of baby Alexander, and more recently baby Evie, has changed the family tree forever. Alexander is Uncle Pig's son, the original new baby of the family. But little Evie, named after that mysterious great aunt, is the biggest shift the show has ever seen. She is the third child, the tiebreaker, and the new center of attention. She already shows a playful personality, trading George's dinosaurs for her own obsession with rubber ducks. When you put it all together, the pig family tree isn't just a simple line of relatives. It's a complex web of veteran sailors, rebellious bikers, missing grandparents, and secret sisters. From the ghostly memory of Great Aunt Evie to the brand new nursery of baby Evie, the pig family is a dynasty built on secrets. How many more relatives are hiding in other countries? And will we ever find out the truth about Daddy Pig's parents? Let us know your theories in the comments. How deep do you think this family tree really goes? Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next investigation into the hidden lives of your favorite characters.